Hello children and welcome to today's session. I'm sure you're enjoying studying your class 4 book. Today I have a very interesting topic for you. Have you ever wondered कि जब हमें सर्दी लगती है तो हम स्वेटर्स पहन लेते हैं. Animals को सर्दी लगती है तो वो केव के अंदर जाके छुप जाते हैं. Similarly, if there is heavy rainfall, we again use raincoat and gumboots. The animals again hide under the heavy shade of trees. But plants क्या करते हैं? How do they survive in extreme cold, extreme heat, or sometimes very heavy rain? Because plants are fixed in one place. So how do they survive? This very interesting question is going to be answered in the chapter Adaptations in Plants. Adaptations का क्या मतलब होता है? Adaptations का मतलब होता है कोई भी ऐसी क्वालिटी जो आप सरवाइव करने के लिए डेवलप करते हो is called adaptation. A quality that you develop in order to survive in your environment is known as adaptation. In this chapter, we are going to learn about adaptation in terrestrial plants, adaptation in aquatic plants, insectivorous plants, and non-green plants. We are also going to learn the importance of plants for human beings. Now let us begin by terrestrial plants. Terrestrial plants are plants that are living on land. So this land can either be mountains or it can be plains or it can be even the deserts. So first we are going to talk about plants in plains. So we have seen people, neem and other trees going on plains. They are able to survive the hot sun. They are also able to give us shade. But one thing, during winters, these plants shed their leaves. That is why they are called deciduous trees. Now, coming next to the plants in hilly regions. What is a problem in hilly regions? In high mountains, the problem is that there is a lot of snowfall. So as you can see, trees like pine and conifers have got a slanting surface. The snow slides off the trees. Because of this, it is not able to stick to the leaves. This protects the leaf from damage. Now, one thing which is common in plants in mountains as well as plants in deserts is that there is little water under the ground in mountains as well as in deserts. The roots of these plants have to go deep down into the soil. Also, if you know that deserts are characterized by very strong temperatures, very strong heat of the sun. तो leaves क्या करते हैं? The leaves are reduced to thorns. Cactus तो देखा ही होगा आपने. And because the leaves are reduced to thorns, the green stem of the plant, of cactus, is where photosynthesis takes place. Now let us understand three main characteristics of desert plants. First, these plants do not have leaves or they have very few leaves that are reduced to thorns. The second important thing is that water is stored inside the stem because of which it becomes thick and juicy. And the third important thing is thorns, which reduces the loss of water. Now let us understand about plants which survive in heavy rainfall area. So the plants which survive in heavy rainfall area have to face the problem of waterlogging. जैसे हमारे घर के आसपास तेज बारिश में खूब पानी इकट्ठा हो जाता है, इन एरियाज में भी तेज बारिश की वजह से खूब पानी इकट्ठा हो जाता है. तो अब सोच के बताइए रूट्स क्या करेंगे? रूट्स तो गल जाएंगे, बट mangroves के अंदर they have developed aerial roots. As you can see, these roots come down from the branches of the tree. This helps the roots to breathe. Next we come to plants in coastal areas. क्या होते हैं? Coastal areas वो होते हैं जो seaside areas होते हैं. Seaside areas get very strong winds. अब अगर एक लीफ के ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग हवा जाएगी तो क्या होगा? लीफ टेयर हो जाएगा. इसलिए कोस्टल एरियाज के ट्रीज जो होते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल डेट एंड कोकोनट, इफ यू लुक एट द लीव्स केयरफुली, द लीव्स आर स्ट्राइएटेड. The leaves have spaces between them, ताकि बहुत तेज हवा आए तो वो लीफ के आर पार चले जाए. It does not damage the leaf. And if you look at the trunk of the tree, the trunk is very long, thin and flexible, so that जब हवा आए तो trunk सिर्फ bend हो, उखड़ के गिर नहीं जाए. As you would have seen in example in Delhi, Mumbai, when then there is a lot of rain, what happens? The trees are uprooted because the trunk is very, very thick. Let us now understand about aquatic plants. What are aquatic plants? Aquatic plants are plants that live in water. But in water also, there are two different varieties of aquatic plants. So as you would see in this video, this is lotus. A lotus is a floating aquatic plant. A lotus plant has got flat leaves. These leaves help the plant to float in water. And water hyacinth majorly grows in ponds. And it spreads so fast that it covers the entire pond area in a very short time. It is a fixed plant. There are also some plants that are floating plants, but they are submerged inside the water. These plants have very, very thin leaves, very, very thin stems, so that they can flow easily along with the water current. Let us now understand about insectivorous plants. Yes, there are plants that eat insects. These plants are known as insectivorous plants. These plants carry out photosynthesis, but they grow in soil which is deficient in certain nutrients. उस deficiency को पूरा करने के लिए they depend on insect. And as you can see in this picture, each plant has a very unique way of catching these insects. In pitcher plant, एक ट्यूब जैसा स्ट्रक्चर होता है. जब प्लांट पिचर प्लांट के फ्लावर के एकदम टिप पे बैठता है तो वो सीधा ट्यूब के अंदर जाता है. एंड दिस लिड, एज यू कैन सी, इज शट so that the insect cannot escape. Let us now see the Venus fly trap. Venus fly trap is a simple trap. The moment an insect sits on this trap, it shuts. And here we have another example of coral root. Coral root is another non-green plant. We have already studied that non-green plants do not produce their food. They survive depending on the dead and decaying plant material. Now let us understand the importance of plants. As we can see in this picture, there are many things that we get from plants. We get wood, which we use to manufacture furniture, doors, ships, boats, etc. We get soap, we get resins from rubber plant, we get oil from coconut plant, we get fruits and vegetables, and we also get perfume from flowers. We get oil from vegetables. These are some of the very important things that human beings need from plants. So in this chapter, we have learned about adaptations in different plants. We have learned about adaptations in terrestrial plants, in aquatic plants, and in insectivorous plants. And we have also learned the important things that we get from plants. Thank you.